You had a quote you wanted to read me from an interview by Joe Rogan,
Yes.
and it was by the Undertaker. So read that to me, and I'll tell you what I think about it.
Yes, so the Undertaker basically was on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's not a fan of current wrestling. He says in that era of guys, he's talking about old school wrestlers and old school guys. In that era of guys, those were men. You go into a dressing room nowadays, and it's a lot different. I remember walking into my first real dressing room, and all I saw was some crusty fucking men. Half of them had guns and knives in their bags. Shit got handled back then. Now you walk in, there's guys playing video games and fucking making sure that they look pretty. It's evolution, I guess. I don't know what it is, but I just like those eras, man. I liked when men were men.
Well, I don't have anything to add to that other than total agreement. Because
Yep.
years ago, and this I'm going to talk about this a little bit later for the rest of the podcast. Some real men that he's talking about going into dressing room, and he's talking 30 years ago.
Mhm.
You walk in there and you didn't start no shit in there. Because these guys, they were quiet. They'd sit around and you wouldn't be playing no game, or you wouldn't be running your mouth and talking politics, because they'd shut you up real quick. Because, and he's right, you'd walk in there. Some guys they'd have 45s, 38s. But anyway, I agree with Undertaker comments about the WWE. I can't watch it.
He
And
also said that the guys today are soft. I don't know if you agree with that or not.
Who's soft?
All the wrestlers today, Undertaker said, are soft.
Of course they're soft. Most of them had never been in a fight. And I've told you this on this show before, that Cornette one day, he was talking to a group of them and to the trainees at NXT, and he asked, how many of you have been in a real fight? You know how many raised their hands?
Not many.
2.
Wow.
And one of them was a girl.
Yep.
So if you've never been in a real fight, I mean, John, how many real fights you been in?
Oh, quite a few.
Me too.
Quite a few. Yep.
And they don't last long.
Nope.
I mean, it's, boom, 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 and usually it's over. I mean, with me, it don't take me that long to lay on the ground. I mean, I just go straight down and said, okay, I'm done. Leave me alone. So, but, and when you get in a fight, that adrenaline starts flowing. But if you've never had that flowing, you don't know what it feels like. And it's not something you train for. It's going to be there automatically, or it should be. But so these guys are going to go out there and pretend to engage in a serious competition. And I was trying to watch some crap today, some independent guys, and this guy was leapfrog and do this and take the headlock. And I wish I was there. I'd have went out there and I'd slapped every one of them. I mean, I couldn't now, but I would before. Because I don't know who's training these guys. I really don't. And I agree with Taker. Taker was the guy you didn't mess with either. He didn't say much. I was in a bar with him one time, and we was in the back. And he said, I got to go to the little boy's room. So he was gone quite a while. And I said, I better go look for him. So as I walk up front, and I heard a commotion to my left. And I looked over there, and I saw all the bouncers there. And then I saw Mark. I went, what the fuck? And I run up to him. I said, what'd you do? He said, nothing. There's a guy laying there, knocked out. And I said, well, we got to go, buddy. We got to go. Took him out the door, and on the way to our car, we passed the cops coming in.
Wow.
And I threw him in the car. So, and I said, let's get out of here. And we took off to wherever hotel we was in or whatever. And I said, what the fuck was that about? He said, I don't know. He said, you wrestlers ain't so fucking tough. And he said he had this girl there, and he said, hey, I can whip your ass. He said, okay, leave me alone. And the guy reached up. He said, I just drilled him. The guy never saw it coming, and he's knocked out. Now, I don't know, I don't drink anymore, or hardly ever. But I don't think I ever drank enough in those days, back in those days, to really affect my mind that I could think I could whip a 6'10", 300-pound fucking guy.
Yes, that's just stupid. Yes.
I don't think I could get that drunk, which I never did.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please help me out and like this video, then click the subscribe and get notifications buttons so you don't miss any of my latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Follow us on Facebook at the Hannibal TV for more live streams and videos. And while you're at it, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Hannibal TV.